Hey all, welcome to the GMT channel. Today we'll discuss about the most important topic of fund accountant, how fund accounting will play the role in the industry. So, have you ever wondered what happened behind the scene in the private equity, hedge fund, mutual fund, or maybe real estate fund accounting? How do the investor like LP, GP, or maybe the fund accountant, or maybe the how they play the crucial role in the investment report, how to validate the correctly. Well, this is a fund accounting come in, and today I am talking through the real life day of a fund accounting. Let's dive in with this. So first of all, what is fund accounting? So most of the viewers are from the new background, just pass out with the college and they have just joined the fund accounting company. So what is fund accounting? We'll discuss in this session first. So this session may be divided into some different sessions, so we'll not cover one by one because I'm going with the detail, not with the PPT. So be in touch till end because all sessions are important. We going with the formulas, definitions, we are going with some flows as well. So be in touch till last. Uh, so most of the thing what is fund accounting we'll discuss the first. Okay, so here I make a Excel sheet and it is important to note each and everything. Okay, so first start with the 5 whys, W's of why fund accounting is important, what is fund accounting, who use this, where it get used. Okay, all thing we'll discuss. So first start with the what. So what is fund accounting? Okay, so the fund accounting is a specialized in layman what we can say specialized way to track to uh, to track to report down to manage money because lot of inflow and outflow will be going on to manage the money. Then it's for which for investment fund means like who has invested into the fund. For example, they invested into the stock, bond, or maybe any particular futures options, or maybe they invest into the some particular part of any country or something. Okay, track this all the thing and use for the many private equity firm, almost every private equity firm, mutual fund is used for the mutual fund, maybe used for the hedge fund, yeah, hedge fund as well, is used for the ETF fund. Okay, ETF fund, you heard about the real estate fund accounting as well, so it is used in the real estate fund accounting as well, fund as well, and many more fund who are many complex things will be there, so there the fund accounting will be used. So it's not a regular accounting, it's all about the investor money, NAV calculation, capital activity and performance reporting. Think of like this, instead of running your business, you are running someone as investment, and you better not mess up any single dollar as well. So calculating each and everything is comes under the fund accounting. So who uses this fund accounting? Okay, this is the important part. Who uses this fund accounting? Okay, so who use this fund accounting? The fund manager, the fund manager, the GP means general partner. So language are different according to this. If you see hedge fund or mutual fund, there is a fund manager will be there. If you use the private equity term, there will be general manager who is managing the fund. So who need a report to make a decision means if an accounting done for the everything, so by reading this report they can make able to make an investment decision. Okay, other is an investor. In mutual fund language is an investor, But if you talk about the language of a private equity, it's come about the LP, limited partner. Okay, we have a detailed part in the private equity also. We'll share the link in this description box, so you can go. So who want to see their profit, losses and fees. So first one, the fund manager LP is a managing, and the investor LP is who invest on this fund. Other part is the auditor, when it comes to measure the accuracy is between if report is correct or not, or is risk come under regulator as well. Like in common say in India we have RBI to manage the bank, but in seems for the for mutual fund and all this, there are certain regulators are there, they have mentioned their limitation. Under this the fund should be run, not go on beyond of their regulation as well. And the last part is a fund accounting, who gives all the report to the above all the person according to their what they have mentioned in the. So so basically you are doing the magic behind this scene after getting all the data. Okay, so do not confuse till now, we have more part. So sometime if you are working professional, so you as a job role you are working as a now accountant, fund accountant, senior fund accountant, private equity fund controller, hedge fund operation analyst specialist or something, investment reporting specialist. So some are the part are come under the fund accounting. So the most important, when this fund accounting, when is this fund accounting used? Okay, so I writing in the short form where the FRE used. Okay, so it used to monthly and quarterly now or something, yearly now calculation, but yearly is not possible. Monthly calculation and quarterly and daily now calculation has been done, so that reason the fund accounting is important. So it is reporting. Okay, the the second is a capital call and distribution. Capital call and distribution. Capital call and distribution. And the investment acquisition and exit. Investment acquisition and exit as well. Okay, this is fine. So the time sensitive operations means the deadline operation will be there, like calculating the fee, preparing IR report, and the um, internal rate of return, and the reconciliation between the cash position. Maybe you are doing the derivative recon in cash in position, somebody is using the SD recon, means the settled date recon, trade date recon, or unsettled recon. So sometimes you have to do very carefully in the part of generating now, before generating the now. Okay, so the fourth part is where it is get used. Okay, so it is a very important answer to you. So we discuss about most of the part is here. We discuss about the what, who, and when it get used. Okay, but the important part is where it is get used. Okay, so I just highlighting the important part. So when you not get time on running video, so you can rerun and you can note down. So in real world, the big bank like JP Morgan, Citi and BNY use this fund accounting scenario. In the fund admin part, the Apex, SSNC and Altadomus is using. Alternative fund industry like private equity, real estate, infrastructure and the hedge funds are using this fund accounting part. Often done in global shared service like hub like India, Philippines and Eastern Europe due to the high volume and complexity. So these are the country are using more of the fund accounting part and taking the project from the onshore and working with the domain country. Okay, So why this fund accounting is important? Okay, so why it is important? So in part of it, because it keep the investor trust, protect millions of dollar and all the drivers real investment decisions. So it's protect the investor money as well. So without it, the LP would not invest. If you do not submit your investor the correct report where their money get invested into the market, and what are the return, what are the loss, what are the fee charge, what are the taxation they have to, what is the realized gain, what is the unrealized gain on the particular what they have given according to that. So if you not give the correct report to them, so they will not invest again. Okay, so that is why the LP would not invest. GP can raise new fund as well, can't raise new fund as well. If you do not give the money to them, if GP want, means the fund accountant want to invest into some other fund. If we did not have the report, accurate report and accurate fund performance, so GP cannot or fund accountant cannot get a new investor in their fund. Auditor will be steam, means auditor cannot able to do the audit as well. So is going with the correct way or not, or mistake in the waterfall IR and now can cause lawsuit as well. If you do the wrong calculation in the waterfall means is a distribution of a money. If somebody if investor invests into money at the time of a closing his investment, so when the closing investment done, so it's called waterfall in the private equity, but in hedge fund is a different part. Okay, so waterfall is distributing coming back to his money. Okay, IRR means internal rate of return. NAV calculation also cost. If something happen and not going in the correct way, sometime the lawsuit can be also happen. Okay, so there is some important part I have to discuss that I told you in the part. So the important part is how this fund accounting flow will come in the picture. Okay, the flow of fund accounting. Okay, how the flow of a fund accounting will be there. Okay, we'll start with the uh, step 1. So you can write fund accounting process flow of fund accounting. So it is very important when discussing about the fund accounting, process flow of fund accounting. Okay, so let's start with the fund launch, means the fund get launched into the market. It's live into the uh, is live into the system of a fund accounting, whatever the system they are using to calculate the daily, doing the reconciliation, doing the daily transaction booking, and what are the tools they are using, application they are using. Okay, so it get live into the system, or we can say setup has been done. Okay, in short form we can also say the setup has been done into your system. So it is the first step of the fund. Sometimes if new fund will be there and the existing fund you are doing, so sometimes you have to do the setup of this fund. Whatever the discrepancy will be there, you have to reach to your internal application team and you have to make the correction as per the what client has required, what your onshore has required, and how they want to present their report to the auditor. So this also play the role. So fund get launched, then investment commitment. So investment commitment means who is contributing how much, like LP, GP, investor, or maybe say the GP. So investment commitment may be the subscription. The if fund comes into if money comes into the fund, whatever the fund name is there, so it's called as subscriptions. So I write here in the columns subscriptions. Then the step 3 will be capital call issued by the fund manager. Issued by the fund manager. So it is same part, it is interlinked with subscription. So fund manager will issue a notice, issue a letter to the investor that I need this much of money as per your commitment. For example, they have committed 10 million, and now fund manager required 1 million because he find in the opportunity in market to invest now. So through capital call he will ask to the investor that I need 1 million, and he also need to mention that because he is investing his investor money, he mention that where he is going to invest and whatever the exact return will be or estimate return will be there. So all thing will be mentioned into capital call. The after receiving the fund from the investor, the fund manager or the GP, what they will do, the fund make investment. Okay, whatever the fund he make the investment, so he can invest into any particular source of the investment, like maybe the he may or she may be buy shares, asset, maybe anything, or maybe the company, anything he can buy where he get a maximum return. So step 5 will be after the investment they have to track the and record the thing. So here the fund accounting part get start in this step, that's why I make the flow. After all thing done, here the fund accounting role will be play. So how it get play, we'll discuss in this. Okay, so the investment, we can say investment, they will track the investment of that particular fund, maybe the book cost and fair value, like if they buy a share at 100 rupees and now it's 120, so you have to measure its profit loss if it buy the option or it buy maybe future. So book cost and the fair value they have to maintain. Okay, here I can give A. B here will be the fees. There are different type of fee will be coming according to the system. What fee there account to fund fee is there, so manage. So basically there are the management fee, the basic fees are the management fee, performance fee, audit fee. So I am writing just 2 fee here, but there are many types of fee. Okay, then the C will be the expenses like legal, audit and admin expenses. So I write down here legal, audit and admin. Okay, so this types of the expenses they have to measure. Then here the step 6 will be the month, daily, monthly or quarterly NAV calculations. So it's include the asset, what total asset calculation. Asset means stock, is take the calculation of a total stock, total bonds, total liability of their unrealized gain loss or realized gain and loss, all the calculation will be there. Because if we see that if NAV calculation will be there, so is calculate the total asset minus total liability and then the NAV will be come as per the per share and divided by the per share NAV for the investment reporting as well. So it's simple, here the NAV calculation will be done. Then the step 7 will be distribution to the investor. Distribution to the investor, for example, is distribute to the returns, dividends, like this. So distribution to the investor, maybe some investor has signed the agreement when they invest, if whatever the they gain, like they invest for 1 year, 2 year or something, so everything should be distributed among the investor, like they want their return back, they want their dividend back or something. So everything is mentioned in the agreement, according to the distribution will be happen. Okay, then the step 8 will be the reporting and compliance. So in reporting and compliance, investor reports will be there, audit report will be there, audit reports, and tax and regulatory filing, will be there. Okay, so how this will be included in reporting part? So mostly if you are fund accounting, so you work on this step 5th, 6th and 7th. So reporting and compliance, there is some other team will be there, which called as a financial reporting team, who do this part as per the regulation. They get when the fund is running in which country, that regulation they have to follow. So they are checking, just checking is not go beyond of this, maybe the transaction amount, maybe the tax they have paid correctly or not. So many parts will be there, accordingly they will do. So mostly this is a flow for the fund accounting. So now I want to go to the PPT. So now you can understand this PPT very well. So that's the reason that I explain it to Excel. So the fund account is a crucial field that demand accuracy and attention to the detail. Yes, because you have to measure each and everything, the total asset, total liability, and what the fund manager investing. You have to track all the thing, which part is missing, like broker is missing, custodian is missing, or your application is not fetching the correctly, or your application get booked correctly, or client has given the report date or something will be done. So you have to measure each and everything where you get a discrepancy. So this all presentation guide you about the daily routine, challenges and rewards of being with the fund accounting. So we'll explore the key tasks like NAV calculation, transaction reconciliation, investor allocation, providing real life example and the practical advice for the aspiring professional as well. Okay, so this is the first part. Now we are moving to the next part. So next part is the morning routine. So when the fund accounting came to the office, so what are the morning routine for him or her, what she should follow or he should follow? So these are the part of that. So we'll discuss in detail this part. So every day start with a quick check of emails. Fund accounting receive update from the custodian. Custodian may be the example is BNY. The fund manager means who is managing the fund, who is doing the trading on behalf of a client, means the according to fund and the client. So we get a report from all these three main important. Custodian are treated as a broker as well. The first custodian, broker, we receive reports, the fund manager and client. This email might include the trade confirmation, NAV reports and settlement queries as well. So they are sending this through the email with attachment of a PDF, Excel file or something. and then if you have a system in your company, you just fetch this report and update into your system. The system will automatically give the directly where is a discrepancy, and then you have to investigate all the thing. So example, an email from the client asks where the dividend income has not been reflected in their account. Before replying, I check the transaction log to investigate as well. So here the scenario will be the client asks where the dividend income has not been reflected in the account. Before replying, I check the transaction into. So in client is saying that I got update from the Bloomberg or something as that I want to receive a dividend in my account. Why is not get received? So what steps should we follow? We cannot directly email the fund client directly that we did not see an application. We have to just mention them that we are checking on behalf of you. Will reply you on the shortly on this basis. So next I will review the fund report as a set priority. If there is a urgent reconciliation issue or a fund valuation deadline, then become the top of the task. So whatever the client queries or whatever the things will receive will mark as urgent as a priority. If it's not in our bucket or some other team, we have to request, so we can go simultaneously send the emails and we have to sort it out this issue as well. So reviewing and analyzing the daily transaction as well. So when it comes to one of the key tasks is reviewing daily transaction, fund accounting verify all the trade settlement, cash flow to ensure that everything is accurately recorded. For example, if some cash get deducted from the account and the position, any new position came into their fund, so maybe sometimes the cash is not matching what position they have, or sometimes all trade are less than what the client has sent. So sometimes the broker did not update the trade due to his getting wrong instruction, or sometimes it is a issue that where the system is not recorded. So you have to verify each and every report, because the system of a fund accounting is that everything is available in your system as well. You have to check, monitor your mail, you have to maintain your trade file, your client file, and the report from the every broker, and then you can easily find out where it is get missing. So according, if it's controllable, then you can just sort it out yourself. If it's uncontrollable, you have to escalate, you have to mention to the broker that line is missing, please update it your end, because we get a confirmation from the client that trade has been done, but you are not showing this position in your mapping. So same time you have to mention. So let's say the hedge fund made 5 million trade in Amazon stock yesterday. I check the custodian report to confirm whether the settlement occurred correctly. If there is a mismatch, I follow up to resolve it before it's affect the client NAV calculation. Okay. So in client report we get the Amazon share has been buy, but in custodian report I find the mismatch between the price, mismatch between the quantity, mismatch between the total net settlement amount. So I can investigate thoroughly and resolve as soon as possible before the NAV gets signed off of the today, because if something is missing, so NAV will be not correct and it impact the client as well. Okay. So if the trade does not match, I investigate. Sometimes it's a timing issue, or the other time it could be the misclassified transaction that need to be correction. So okay, so it is a correct, if we can correct, then it's come under the controllable. If not, then it come under the uncontrollable part. Okay. So collaborating with the portfolio manager as well. Sometimes we have a weekly or daily call with the portfolio managers, so we can resolve face to face issue, or whatever the what we noted as a morning, that priority basis. So same we can resolve with the portfolio manager. So fund accounting do not work alone. We collaborate with the portfolio manager to ensure the accurate record keeping and the financial report. Sometimes it's not have time to investigate, so sometimes it is crucial to directly connect with the portfolio manager or with the trader who is doing the trading on behalf of a client's instruction, and what he is giving instruction to client, what he receive instruction from the client, and what the instruction he is given to broker to book the trade. So sometimes there will be the clear communication between that. So portfolio manager asks why the fund cash balance is lower than expected. I explained that large redemption payment was processed yesterday. So sometimes if balance is 10 million yesterday and today is 9 million, so 1 million is a huge amount, then the portfolio manager will directly ask you why this is done. So you have to monitor each and every, there will be redemption happen, means the some other team will be there, like a TA team, transfer agency team, who process the redemption yesterday, um, and prevent that confusion, not happen to manager where the better investment decision as well. So there is interaction helps to ensure the fund data aligned with the investment strategy, and it's an error reporting could be lead to the wrong investment decisions. So accuracy is a key on this part. There may be some challenges also comes, like miscalculation between the fees or maybe incorrect investment returns as well. So that also need to be checked before the nav gets sign off. And this slide is something about talking about the morning routine, so that I explain you in the detail what things need to be checked, like checking email, reviewing, set the priorities. You can connect with your portfolio manager, you can connect with the particular team, or if it is controllable you can set off your side, or if not then you can pass on to other team. And we check about the checking emails means not at your name, you can check with behalf of your team as well, not your mark on that email. So you get everything in your email. The second most important, you can check your teams as well, whatever the application you are using for internal. Sometimes internally you get a message, then you can do the your morning checklist also. You can prepare morning checklist also after sign off, after sign in, what I should do and all this thing. So the morning routine of a fund accounting is a crucial for setting the tone for the productive day. It's involve the checking the emails to urgent request, reviewing fund reports to analyze performance, and setting priorities to meet the deadline. This structure approach ensures the accuracy and efficiency in the managing the fund operations. So this is a part that I want to explain in this session. So next session is very important. We'll discuss on the nav, how nav get calculated. On this part the session will be there, and next session will be there on the reconciliation, how reconciliation is work into the fund, how play the important role in fund accounting. So we'll meet you on the next session. For this part we are done with the two part, and we'll meet you on the next session. Thank you so much for watching.